Everybody, of course, is talking about 4K, ultra high def this year, but it's not just about resolution anymore, it's also about color. What's coming next?
That's right, Geoffrey. I think this year is an exciting year because the consumer experience is going to take a dramatic leap forward, something I don't think you've seen since standard def to high def. So if you have a high def television right now, a 4K television, which is the basic resolution,
4 times as many
is
pixels.
4 times as many pixels. So that's the base. Augmenting that here this year is high dynamic range and
HDR.
HDR.
People may have seen that on their phones when they take a picture.
That's right.
HDR mode.
And high dynamic range in televisions gives you kind of 3 things. It improves the resolution. It gives you a wider color gamut. So, you know, televisions today, if the human eye can see this much, it's providing that kind of a color resolution. So it's taken that up dramatically from the number of colors.
The brightest colors in the sunset to the darkest blues at night?
That's exactly right.
But it's not just the TV that's going to have to change, it's actually the media that you're playing. You guys have to do something different at Fox as well.
Right, but the beauty of this is we've been capturing content that can be brought into HDR for over a year now.
Okay.
So all of our new films going forward can be presented in this style and maybe a year backwards. But what's great about this is that when it's presented to the audience in home, you have the filmmakers' fingerprints because they're designing the color in the lab to best be shown in this technology, and it's great.
What about older stuff? Classic movies.
Well, classics will look fantastic in Ultra HD. We've done about 60 films at 20th Century Fox for that, and they're a step up. Going clear back in the 60s with the Sound of Music, it looks fabulous. But if you have an Ultra HD that has HDR, they'll look great, but you're not going to get the same kind of wow factor that you will with new films going forward.
So how are we going to get these movies and TV shows, I assume, on these new TVs? Because we don't really yet have a Blu-ray for Ultra HD, so how's they all going to come to our house?
Well, there will be a Blu-ray, I hope, announced in the 4th quarter of this year that will be able to provide that. And you know, your current Blu-ray standard is like 40 bits of data being thrown per second at the screen. This will be 66, so it's backward compatible with everything you've ever purchased, any disc, but it also throws a lot more information up to the television screen. The second way to get it is I'm going to use Samsung as an example. They have a internet partner called MGO, and on their smart televisions is an app, and you can download our content via that app and then display it.
You've also been showing something way out there here at CES, virtual reality. What are you doing with that?
Virtual reality is something that you have to explore to see if it's the real deal.
Is it the real deal?
We think, you know, this is the Big Bang and the planets haven't formed yet, but it sure does look like it's the real deal. The reason when you put on the Oculus Rift glasses and the Note phone from Samsung in there, you have a 360-degree, experience. So from the film division, we look at how can we create another experience and get you actually inside the film. So, there is no screen. You're looking all the way around. And we feel like there's a product category in virtual reality for Hollywood and most important for the audience.
Right.